I'm building a rocket, been working so hard, getting ready to rock it, straight out of my backyard.
Welcome to Talk B4T. This is a wild and crazy channel for wild and crazy people. What in the world would possess you to go to another country and start a business? Well, the people I know are possessed. So sit back as we explore the issues that face small business owners in difficult to access countries. And just a little bit about myself, who I am. I'm Jay. I ran a small business in India for several years. I started it and built it up and sold it. Now I work with people who do the same things. I help them do the same thing I did. I have my own company called Shifley Business Network, and you can get that at shifleybusinessnetwork.com. Okay, topic of the day, partnership agreements. I made this my first topic because it's the thing that's caused the most trouble in my experience as a business coach and mentor. And I want to talk a little bit about what a partnership agreement should look like for a small business. A partnership agreement only exists if you have a partner. So if you don't have a partner, then this doesn't apply to you, but maybe in the future it will when you decide to take one on. And I really hate to say this, but a lot of my clients are Christians. And when Christians go into partnerships together, often they think, well, we're going to be great friends and we're going to work really well together because we love Jesus. Well, if you really love Jesus, make a partnership agreement. I've seen so many Christian businesses go south because of a lack of partnership agreement. I've seen at least 3 businesses fall apart. And let's face it, having a partnership agreement honors God because it helps solve issues that could come up, issues of conflict that could come up. Pay attention, especially if you're a Christian. My apologies if I look a little wall-eyed in this video. I have no idea where I should be looking. Now, partnership agreements may be a little intimidating for some of you, but it's really simple. I mean, I think one of the first thing you need to realize is that all partnerships end. Even the best partnership ends because somebody dies. So the question is, how can I best end this partnership? And that's what you start with. You form your partnership agreement before you even form your company, especially if you have partners. But let me give you 5 ways or 5 things, 5 questions to ask yourself as you're putting together a partnership agreement. Number 1, what if one of your partners, needs to leave the country? Some businesses like their partners to be on site, but things happen, right? You could get sick. Your kids could get sick. Your kids could run out of education options. Your wife could get sick of being there. A family member back in your home country could get sick. There's a million reasons why partners have to leave. And the more partners you have, the more chances you're going to have of a partner leaving. So then what do you do with that partner's shares? Again, some businesses want their partners to be on the ground. And when they leave, they don't want them as partners anymore because they lose that edge. So you need to decide ahead of time, do you want your partners to sell back their shares in some way if they have to leave the country? Number 2. Now this one's a little uncomfortable to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. It's what if one of your partners, has a moral failure? What the heck's a moral failure, Jay? Especially in this day and age. It's not unreasonable to ask your partners to adhere to some sort of moral standard or character standard. Maintaining a healthy marriage, staying away from pornography, staying away from affairs. All those things can be things that you want your partners to agree to. If someone has one of these failures, you can point to it and say, look, we agreed that this isn't the way we want our partners to operate. So either clean up your act or you can go your own separate way. We often talk about spiritual gifts, and compassion is not one of my spiritual gifts, so you're probably picking that up right now. Okay, number 3. What if one of your partners wants to sell some of his or her shares to someone else? Sorry, it's getting a little hot in here. I had to take my sweatshirt off. So what do you do? How do you spell out who people can sell their shares to and how they handle it if they're leaving the country and they need to sell their shares, or they just have an aunt or uncle somewhere that is interested in investing and they want to sell some of their shares to them? But it's very important that the person who buys shares lines up with your business values and what the purpose of your business really is. All right, and here's the big one. You ready for this? Okay, number 4 is, what do you do with the profit? Yeah. Again, Christians tend to think that we're going to sit around and sing kumbaya, but we don't do that when it comes to money. Christians have different values when it comes to money. And so spell it out beforehand before it becomes an issue. Okay, I've had several businesses fall apart because of this. There's conflict that comes up. Conflict is maybe you're starting to be profitable and somebody wants to take a chunk and put it in their retirement account. Somebody wants to raise their salary. Another partner wants to buy some equipment for the business. Another partner wants to pay down some loans that you have as a business. There's all kinds of different conflict that you have when you have a profit, and you need to spell out what happens when that profit finally comes. Like nobody can take any money out of the business until the loans are paid off. Make sure your employees are being paid well. Make sure that your facility's up to par. There's all kinds of things you can do with the profit besides putting it in your own pocket. Some people use their business profits to benefit the community they're in. And finally, there's another one that people doing business overseas, B4T, Business for Transformation, need to consider, and that some of you are sent by parent organizations, whatever that parent organization might be. Do they have a vested interest in your business? Are they going to want to participate in it somehow? If you sell it, do they want to buy it from you? Do they have an interest in who buys it? And then the profits, where do the profits go? Does your parent organization have a say in that? All that factors in, and so you need to talk to the right people and get this into your partnership agreement if you're sent overseas by a parent organization. Bottom line, make a partnership agreement. Do it before you have partners so that the partners know what they're getting into, and have a plan in case things go sideways, because things will always go sideways. And you don't want your relationships to suffer because of that. All right. People think we're nuts for doing this sort of thing, but hey, we enjoy it. We have purpose in it. And we enjoy running businesses that generate wealth in countries that need it the most. And so this is Jay for Talk B4T, and we'll see you next time.